Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Pop Culture Primas. If you're watching, I don't know what we're doing. We're like voguing or something.
I don't really know what that was.
I just saw you do it, so I didn't. I just like, yeah.
I was getting in the mindset. Oh my god. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Great.
You're good.
I feel like this is just an ongoing conversation about us talking how we're never going to drink again.
Yep. And here we are, drinking.
This is all that's left of my bottle of Chardonnay.
Yes.
So I'm good.
Mm-hmm. I'm good too. I have not been drinking all day. It has not been a Sunday fun day for me, so this is like my second drink of the day. I'm drinking the Bud Light, no carb. It's supposed to be super crisp light beer. Still on the fence about it, but I like it better than seltzer, so we're going to continue to give it a go.
Oh, wait, so it is a beer. It's not a seltzer.
So, it says light beer with natural flavors and fruit juice for color. There's really no color to it, so I don't understand. Mm-hmm. But it feels like a seltzer. Without that, I cannot stand artificial taste. Like, I can't do it. You cannot pay me to drink a Bud Light lime. Can't do those. Like, I don't like that taste. So I feel like all seltzers taste like that.
Yeah, there's certain flavors that I will not. Like, for Truly, it's their black cherry. But for Topo Chico, it's their mango. It's literally stuck in my mouth for days, and I want to throw up. Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah,
so that's why I'm not a seltzer drinker, I don't mind this because there's no flavor to it. And it's something to sip on. Yeah. Because I could, if I had to choose something to drink, I always do vodka soda, and I could just drink those like they're water because they get watered down, and whatnot. So we're going to stick with this for a little bit and see. I'll probably switch back to wine at some point because at least once a year I go back to wine, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Gotta keep the liver guessing.
Yeah, gotta keep it guessing. Gotta keep it guessing. And even though we say, we're just gonna stop drinking, we just take a few days break.
It's getting nicer outside.
It is.
Sun's out.
That's what
Sun's out.
I'm like, okay, we should probably stop with drinking for at least like the next month or so because it's getting nicer and right like mid-May is when it's like really summer here and we're gonna be going like outside and stuff like that. I'm like, let's just cut back on the drinking just for a few weeks and see to like cleanse ourselves, reset our bodies.
But also, do you want to completely reset and then you guys just go balls to the wall and then you're puking within like...
That is a very good point.
No, puking outside the cab.
That is a me thing. That is a very good point.
It's a fine line.
Yes. It's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, geez.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into this because we have a lot to cover.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing, which like happened as we were like recording last week,
I feel real dumb. I feel so dumb because you brought it up, but right before we started recording, I was like, "Oh, it's not real."
Yeah, we all thought it was a stunt. So Will Smith smacked Chris Rock at the Oscars last weekend, and literally it happened right before we started recording last week's episode. And so we just assumed it was like a stunt, and then slowly throughout the evening and into the next day, we realized it was not a stunt.
It's not. Yeah.
Not.
And here's my stance. I feel like for you and I, there's no need for us to comment on it. It's such a layered thing. Mm-hmm. And so many people have commented on it alone as far as like celebrities, and so many people have come for them.
Yes. Just
because, one, you have like the racist trope of the angry black man, and then you have the misogynoir with attacking a black woman, and then there's like there's just like so many different layers of things where it's just like I don't feel like I'm at all in the place to comment on it. It was wild. Yeah, it was wild. He has resigned from the Academy. So he's no longer part of the Academy. He also has had his projects either put on hold or canceled. Yeah. So Bad Boys 4, I think I don't know if they were in production or what was happening. I think it was probably pre-production. But that's on hold. I think he had... On Netflix. Yes.
about himself, like a biopic thing.
Yes.
That's been, yeah.
Gone. No more. And he did issue an apology. And you and I were questioning, we're like, is Chris Rock going to press charges? Like, what's going to happen? Yeah. And then the LAPD had issued a statement saying that he's not moving forward pressing charges. And then Will Smith the next day. So the Oscars were last Sunday. Mm-hmm. And I think it was Monday that Will Smith posted on his Instagram, like an apology.
Later in the day.
Apology.
Yeah.
Him or his publicist.
Yeah.
But, and then I don't really like the discussion of like him, like having his Oscar taken away because of the amount of people that have received Oscars, like Harvey Weinstein, Woody Allen.
Exactly.
And just like,
they have kept theirs.
They've kept theirs, and like the disgrace that they are.
Yeah.
Where it just wouldn't seem fair.
Yeah.
But I do feel like the Oscars could have maybe done a better job at allowing him that win, but not allowing him the time to speak or give a speech, you know?
I think it just happened so fast. I don't think they knew what to do because it was like 10 minutes, like the next commercial break when he won his Oscar. So I think they were just like scrambling. They didn't know what to do, honestly. Yeah. But as far as I read, they're not rescinding whatever the word is, his Oscar. So he is keeping it, but he is removed from the Academy, meaning so I was like reading what it is. So when you're part of the Academy, it could be like actors, producers, just Hollywood executives, all that. They vote and nominate people to be like the nominations for the Oscars and stuff like that. So he's no longer part of that. He won't get screeners. He won't vote on anything. So he's no longer part of it, but they are letting him keep his Oscar as of now. Well, I don't see why they would take it away down the line. So
yeah. So he's not able to like vote on anything, but can he still be nominated in the future?
I have a feeling it's not going to happen.
Okay.
I think he may have burned his bridges maybe in another decade or so.
Yeah.
A comeback. But in the near future, I don't see that happening. I don't see anyone wanting to work with him for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. But like you said, they've come for other people. Zoe Kravitz, one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So apparently there was comments that she was in a movie with both of them, I think. And she had like made, or both of them, meaning comments about his son, Jaden, when he was like 14. And she was like, I could see how her comments were taken out of context. And now people are just like coming for her for that. Who else was, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey, like, voiced his opinion, and then he won, I forgot what award show it was, but it was Alisa.
It looked like the VMAs.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Or the MTV Awards. It was some type of award type
show.
Yeah. And Alicia Silverstone was the person presenting, and he went up stage when he won and just, like, grabbed her and kissed her, and... She was like 20 or something like that. She was young at the time, and obviously that didn't look planned. She looked just as surprised as everybody else. So, people need to be careful because
they're quick.
Find
something to pull up on you. And I feel like people did the same thing with Will Smith, because I guess there was something from like the early 90s when he was on Arsenio Hall, and he had made fun of somebody in like the front row that was bald.
Yep.
And the man ended up having alopecia. But like my thing is like with like the cancel culture and everything like that, this was like 1992 or something. I don't know. It was like the early 90s. And like this person has evolved and grown into a different version of themselves from that point.
I feel like 90% of the time, that's what it is. Somebody finds something from decades ago. And
it's like, well, you said this.
And and wants them reprimanded now. It's like, that's what I'm not a fan of the cancel culture thing. It's just not. It's like
there can be an acknowledgement of it. It's just like I was educated at the time, but that's just not where I stand right now. Absolutely. So it's just like I feel like that doesn't even like hold water. I think there's no comparison to the situation right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see what happens with Will Smith. He did win an Oscar. He won Best Actor.
Yeah. But like I said, I feel like that's going to be the last time he's going to be in a role that's nomination worthy.
Eek.
For a while, at least. I say probably in like 10 years or so, he'll probably something. But right now, I don't think so.
That's not so much.
I don't think so. On to more news. Hilaria Baldwin is pregnant with baby number 7. I mean, good for if that's what they want. That's just too many fucking kids in my opinion. I just can't.
7?
Yes. So now they're gonna have. I think like they have at least 7 kids, and I want to say at least. So this is baby number 7. So counting baby number 7, 1, 2, 3. At least 4 of them are going to be under the age of like 3 or 4.
Yeah, they've been back to back.
Yeah, because the last baby, they had their last baby, and then surprise, like 2 months later, another baby arrives. But they never specified if it was through surrogacy or like adoption. But they had a baby like 2 months after the fact. So,
gotcha.
I think it's like 4 kids under the age of 4. And then all 7, I think all 7 are under the age of 10. I don't even know how old their oldest is, but yeah, I don't think that one is like double digits yet.
No, thank you.
Damn.
Not for me.
No.
It's not the life I want to live. But, they have money, they have nannies.
I mean, but he's another problematic person, so I don't know. How much money do they have?
Didn't he also comment on like the Will Smith thing, and everyone brought up like how he attacked paparazzi?
Well, I mean,
some other stuff recently.
Yeah, I mean the recent stuff. I don't know if he had. If he was smart, I don't think he mentioned anything. I don't think he commented. He shouldn't have.
I think he did.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone had something to say.
Maybe that's
Judd Apatow. Did you see Judd Apatow's Twitter comment?
What did he say?
He said he could have killed him. Judd, it was an open hand slap. No one's gonna die from that. Like, no. What?
Relax.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to them. And clearly, that's what they want. And some sad news. Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
He's retiring after aphasia diagnosis. Aphasia is a diagnosis where you pretty much start losing speech and just, yeah. So so I read that in 3 years since 2020, he has made like 22 films. He has appeared in like 22 films.
Since 2020?
Yes. So
wait, what?
Yeah. So they're not like full, like they're not like the main roles, but they're like,
2020, 2 years ago.
20, yeah. In like 3 years, since like in the past like 2 years, he's made like 22. He has appeared in like 22 films.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So a lot of it, it's not like the main role. They're like little
cameos or just like
guest star or whatever. But yeah, and like in the past in those films, he has had, they call it a handler, and paid them $200,000 to like read lines to him.
Read him his lines.
Yeah. It's, oh my god, it's so sad.
So do we know why? Because aphasia is really common after people have strokes.
I mean, he could have, yeah. That they didn't say if that's what happened, but yeah, another star who actually had that at some point was Game of Thrones. What's her name? Khaleesi.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
She had an aneurysm.
Yeah, she had an aneurysm, so she had that too. Yeah.
That's so scary.
Yeah. But I mean,
can you imagine?
Great career. Love. I mean, Sixth Sense will always be one of my favorite horror films, or scary movies, and Fifth Element. Come on, man. You can't.
I would say Fifth Element. Like, Bruce Willis has always been, to me, when I think of Bruce Willis and like Die Hard, Fifth Element, he's always like that gritty guy that's going to save the day, but he has a horrible credit score and he smokes cigarettes and like he's, maybe it's questionable decisions, but he has a good heart.
He's going to save the world.
Yeah, he's going to save the world. Armageddon. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, Armageddon. Okay, Armageddon is the first movie that I remember crying to.
Not Titanic?
Yeah. So, no. I remember... No, we saw... Armageddon came out before Titanic, I think.
Oh.
I think. Because I remember your mom took us to see Armageddon. And I remember I was crying, and your mom even looked at me like, asking me if I was okay. And I said, I'm okay.
Oh, God. I blocked that, apparently. Okay, Armageddon came out in 98. And Titanic was, what, 99?
Titanic?
Oh, Titanic was 97.
Oh, okay. So maybe Titan, maybe, but I remember crying in Armageddon.
I don't think I cried in either. I was too young to cry about something like that.
I cried because what killed me was when they were saying goodbye to each other, like Liv Tyler and his character. Yeah. Oh, I think that's what killed me. I was like, I'm done. Yeah. I'm done.
Her reaction to that was rough.
Oh. All right. Maybe I'll watch a Bruce Willis movie tonight to make me feel better. Season 4 of You started filming in Paris.
It did.
In Paris. Did you see the picture?
Yeah.
So the character Joe is like, he looks like Grizzly Man. What is going on?
It's like Dexter, you know? Like when Dexter went off the grid.
Yes.
Which I haven't watched the new season.
I haven't either. I didn't hear, like, good nobody really said anything about it, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it just wasn't enticing enough.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't enticing enough. But I'm hoping, the series You is just so awful, but you can't stop watching.
Mm-hmm. It's like, but not like an Emily in Paris type of way. It's not because the acting's bad.
Oh, no. It's awful in the fact that how is this man and the people that he like associate with, how is no one getting caught? Like, how has like nobody put together, where these shipments of these plastic case boxes are going, a lot of people are missing. Well, you know what I mean? I feel like somebody would have.
I mean, Tinder swindler. Like, if you hop around enough, it's too hard to pin you down. That is true.
That's what Joe's got going for him. And the thing is, you don't want him to get caught at the same time. That's what it is.
So weird. It's so weird.
Just like with Dexter, like in the beginning, you did not want him to get caught.
But then he was like a vigilante, so he was like, just doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
What was her name in season 3? The librarian.
Does she have a crazy name? I don't know if she had a crazy name.
I feel like it was like, not like a Meredith, but like, hang on. Hold please. Her name was Marianne. There is, did you see the still of her and him?
No.
It's her running away from him in like broad daylight, and her face is like.
So he's coming for. Okay, so now that I'm remembering the finale of the third one.
Yes, she went to Paris.
So she knows that he's.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So he went to Paris to find her.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
And
I forgot because I know he went to Paris for her, but I forget how much she knows.
Mm-hmm. She knows it all.
Does she know? Does she know that he killed? Like, did Love tell her that?
Love said something about how she told her something, but enough to scare her.
Yeah, Love basically told her you need to fucking go because motherfucker's gonna come. He's gonna kill you and everyone that you love. Oh, basically. Okay. Kind of hope this is the final season, but I guess we'll see how that ends.
I know, because like I feel like season 3 could have been the final season, but it's like, okay, we'll do another one, but like let's wrap it up.
Yes.
Can't keep getting away with this.
Exactly. And then is he gonna fall for? Because I feel like he ends up falling for somebody.
He'll find someone along the way, sure.
So,
and maybe she'll be like Beck or someone else, that reminds him of someone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But another Netflix show. So Elliot Page has shared that Vanya in Umbrella Academy will not identify as trans in the new season.
Oh, yes.
And their name is going to be Victor.
Victor! I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
I'm probably going to rewatch the show again before we finally get... I've already watched it twice, so I'm going to watch it again.
Wait, season 3, right?
This is going to be season 3, yes. It should be releasing... I will say they'll probably release it end of summer or like beginning of fall. Because they wrapped season 3 at the end, like right before the holidays.
Okay.
So, I mean, it'd be great if they give us a summer release, but I think Stranger Things is taking over that. So they're the Stranger Things is doing a May release, and then second part's going to be in like July.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling Umbrella Academy is probably going to be end of summer or beginning of fall.
I'm fine with that. I'm good with August, September.
Yes.
Get me cozy.
So let's do this. I'm happy for this. But yeah, I am so excited for this season.
Thanksies.
Cannot wait.
Okay. So Shane from Love is Blind was on a podcast called Vile Files. And this person's name is Nick, I believe. Nick Vile. I think he was on The Bachelor.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen any of his TikToks. They always come up on my For You page because it's just about like love and like having whatever, like better relationships. But essentially Shane did his like little tell-all, and I listened to the podcast.
Okay.
I don't believe him. I don't.
So did they ask him about drugs? Was he on drugs?
That's the first thing that Shane wanted to clear up. It's like, first thing I want to get off like my chest is that like, you know, people keep calling me a cokehead and this and that. He's like, I didn't do drugs. I was on the show. He's like, I have severe ADHD. I have anxiety. And being on the show, it's like a little bit hard for me, for someone that can't sit still for a while. So like we're in our like confessionals for like hours at a time. Yeah. So like when you see me, I'm like bouncing off the walls, which I understand.
Yeah.
But that also could have been like a withdrawal thing too. I don't know.
I mean, no, but then also I saw did you see that TikTok too, where someone that worked on that set did a Ask Me Anything. No, did a Ask Me Anything on Reddit, and somebody asked like, was Shane on drugs, and they said, oh, he was like pumping like testosterone, like supplements stuff and shit like that, like testosterone and everything.
Oh, well, that also makes more sense.
Yeah,
like the outbursts.
Yes.
But he's like, how would I be able to do that? He's like, we're mic'd up all the time. So if I was like sniffing coke, like they would hear me like doing that. Like that's just not me.
I
like,
think
obviously
it was roid rage.
That's a good
adjacent
point. Very good point.
Yes.
But I feel like he got rejected from Natalie recently, because I feel like they've been trying on and off to make things work.
With her statement that she...
So she posted a response on her story, which I screenshotted because I knew that was just a story. It's going to go away. Oh my gosh, I have so many pictures of the dogs. Oh no.
But yeah, so she mentioned that even after the reunion, they were discussing getting back together.
Yes. So Shane had said that they tried getting back together 4 times. And Natalie said that they had, it wasn't that many times. It was like 2 times.
Okay.
We dated twice after our wedding, not 4 times. We rekindled the weekend. We filmed the reunion episode, but decided to keep the door closed. Recently, we met up to discuss the possibility of reconciliation, but ultimately agreed not to date until he changed some of his behaviors. A few days later, I fully closed the door for any type of reconciliation after discovering some lies he told me. So I feel like that was his reason to like go on this podcast and just kind of like throw her under the bus and like
before she said, because she wasn't going to publicly say anything about.
I don't think she ever would have.
No.
And it's just like, why did he feel the need to make her look like this villain?
Because he wants to look better. He doesn't, and then also he doesn't. I think he doesn't want to look like a villain, and he wants to be so far removed from that. And also like with like Shake and like he does not want to be associated. He just doesn't want to look like the bad guy at all. Like, at all. That's why, like, even when Shake even looked in his direction, he's like, don't fucking look at me. Like,
don't look at me, okay? Because that energy is contagious.
Like, he just wanted no association with him. So I think that's what it is. He's just trying to save face and just trying to, like, because he knew she wasn't going to say anything. Like, she's not going to broadcast, like, oh, we officially for good. Like, never going to rekindle anything. So, yeah, he probably, and then also wants to appear Mr. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I just didn't, like, I feel like it was obvious, like his actions and the way that he was treating her. Because he even said, he's like, oh, like, you don't want to gaslight Natalie. So it's like he's aware enough to know of his behaviors. Where I feel like she was doing her best to make the best out of like a not so great situation. But he's like, I'm just so tired of her like not getting shit for like the relationship when there were 2 people in this. But it's like, well, you were the asshole.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
were the person that did this.
Yes, she could be, yes, it takes 2 to make things work, But, like, her problem, issues, whatever you want to call it that he has with her, it's not to the extent of what he has done. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I feel like he's just like how he was, like, fishing for the compliments and wanting this, wanting to be, like, over the top, and she's just like, that's not who I am. You know what I mean? Because I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, like, that stuff, like, I just can't. And he's, like, making it seem like she's, like, this cold person when it's not like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't see
and
that
I feel like there's, like, a give and a take, right, when you're in a relationship. Mm-hmm. So it's like this person tells you this is how I receive love the best. Like, I want words of affirmation or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But when you are constantly, like, berating that person or gaslighting them and making them feel less than and making them question the reality, they can't do that for you.
Exactly.
They cannot meet where you're at because they don't even know what the hell's going on.
Right.
And it was kind of disappointed with the host of the podcast because I feel like he does drop some gems on TikTok a lot of the times, but it's like he was really sympathizing and empathizing with Shane in that moment. And he was like, wow. He's like, it sounds like that was, like, a really traumatic experience. And just like, bruh, do you not hear, like, how he's, like, saying these things? It's just like they're two men talking to each other. So it's just like, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like I saw right through everything he was saying, and I didn't really see it as, like, a heartfelt thing that he felt like he needed to get off his chest. It was just like, I need to say this before Natalie says anything.
Exactly.
Type thing. So.
Yeah.
Meh.
The drama this season.
Literally. I mean, they're doing a good job at staying relevant,
I can't wait to see the third one. Apparently that's already been filmed and done, so I want to know. When is that being released? Because they're doing a decent job. They're picking the right people.
Yeah, I guess.
To keep you engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. To Kardashian Corner. So,
not much going on, but Kim and Kanye were seen at Saints soccer game recently. Yeah. I don't know if you saw pictures from that.
I did. So that's good that they're being cordial. They're able to, I know, but it's just like, it's just like, when is he going to have an outburst again?
I know. So, like, I don't think they really interacted at all.
Yeah.
And it was very obvious with the body language that she just did not want to, like, be by him at all. Like,
right. Why would you?
But they were there for their kids and North and Chicago and everybody. Like, you know, they saw their dad there and they were, like, running up to him, hugging him and stuff. But, yeah, it was just interesting to see how she has to, like,
deal with it.
Just put a face on for the kids.
She has to deal with this man for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. At different intervals because these kids are different age.
Oh. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
My heart goes out to her.
You got this, Kim.
Even though she pisses me off sometimes, I feel for her. I really do.
Even though she's a privileged little white girl, she has.
Feel you. I cannot. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, everyone that wants to listen to non-binary, conforming, anyone. You don't have a bad like Kim when it comes to sharing kids with somebody. You'll never have a bad like her.
They might.
Oh, I'm sure there's got to be worse, but like it's Kanye West. His mentality. Imagine having him as a baby daddy.
Publicly. That's the thing that sucks. It's a public thing. Like,
and you're
it's
trying to
bad
divorce
enough
him.
To have a child with someone and then have to go through, like, this breakup and divorce or whatever, the heartbreak, but have to deal with that publicly.
Yes, but I think the fact that their divorce still isn't final, I think that's what makes it worse. You know what I mean? He's just, like, prolonging it.
On purpose.
Oh, God, Godspeed.
Yeah.
Godspeed. Oh, no, why do I keep doing that? Okay. Okay, so Enjoli had a dream.
Okay, so we don't really have much for our Kardashian Corner, but I had a dream a couple nights ago, and it was honestly a little strange. I don't even remember what or how it started, like any dream. But I feel like we were out, and I feel like you were with me, and maybe there was, like, a couple other people, and we were just, like, brunching. We were having a good time. Maybe we, like, stopped in a couple stores, like we were shopping. Mm-hmm. And then I had to go to a shoot. And then I went to the shoot, and it was like a really big shoot. Like, there were multiple groups of people that were involved. And then I saw this person that I was at brunch with or whatever. I'm just like, oh, you're here too. So like, let's hang out. I know you. And then it dawned on me as I'm like at the shoot with this person, like, holy shit, you're Pete Davidson. It's like, dude, what the hell? Like, why didn't you like tell me who you were this whole time? But like, I don't even know how it didn't come up when we were like eating and like hanging out the first half of the day.
Yeah.
And then we're at this shoot. And then when I finally realized who he was, and I was like, oh, like, can we take a picture? Like, I just didn't realize I was hanging out with you all day. And he's like, yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Like, he was so cool. And then I went to take my phone and like take a selfie. And as soon as I took my phone out, everyone just starts like crowding around us. They're like, Pete, 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 Pete. And I was like, oh my God, this is too much. And like dipped out. And, like,
in a dream too, that would happen.
That was it. That was my dream. And it was so weird. And it was like, Pete Davidson in my dream? That's strange. The last I feel like celebrity dream I ever had was like Channing Tatum.
Ooh.
That was it.
That was it.
I don't think. Yeah, we went dancing and we got tacos. It was the best thing ever.
Oh, that is an amazing dream. I would like that in real life. Go dance with Channing Tatum and have tacos afterwards.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. We like met at a bar or at a club and like we were dancing, but not like sexy dancing. We were just like having fun dancing, and then we went to go get tacos. And I'm like, I think
Channing Tatum and tacos. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. That was a good dream. But I don't really dream about celebrities. I talk about them, but I don't dream about them.
Once in a while I do. I want to say the last one I remember is the Brad Pitt one. That's the last one I remember. But I know I sometimes, I'll have like little words like yours where I'm hanging out with them and then don't realize then it like slowly dawns on me in the dream like, oh, this is the celebrity that I'm with. Like they morph into the celebrity or something. It's weird. Yeah.
I'm just like, why didn't you tell me?
Yeah, why didn't you tell me? Like what's
the whole time?
The whole time?
The whole time?
The whole time? I love that scene. Anyone that doesn't know, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay, so no couple news that we have.
No.
Nothing too exciting to report on. So on to things that we learned on TikTok. There's another sneak way that you can view someone's story. Mm-hmm. I didn't know this. Enjoli knew this and was holding out on me the entire time.
Listen, I only knew this because I think I saw someone else post this on TikTok. Tried it a couple times, but then I had to Google it afterwards because I'm like, I don't remember how this person said that it was done because I didn't want this person to see that I saw their story. But apparently there's a sneaky way to see someone's Instagram story by posting the person either before them or clicking on the person's story before them or after them. Mm-hmm. And you hold their story.
Like if you're pausing it and then
you, depending on where they are, if they're before or after, you go to the left or you go to the right and you can see what they posted. Yeah. But they won't see you in like their viewers.
Yeah.
So, people probably know that already.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone knows that by now, but I did not know that. So instead of going through a third party website to view, you can do it that way. But I assume like if it's like a video that they posted, I don't think the video will play. It's just
or if it's like multiple things, like you're only going to see the first one. Yeah, so it's not like you're not seeing all of it.
So yeah, so it's not too sneaky, but it's still like you could sneak a peek and see.
You get a little taste.
Yeah, a little taste. So yeah, I had no idea. No idea.
Back with the gems.
Yes. Another thing we learned on TikTok, Pamela Anderson is going to be Roxy Hart in the Chicago Broadway. I didn't know she could sing.
I didn't know any of this was happening.
No, like why was this like a bigger news? Like I didn't see any postings about this.
Nothing at all. Which I wonder if it's like actual Broadway or like off Broadway. Either way, it doesn't matter. But like there's nothing that's been talked about her doing this. No. And I was like looking at the comments and everyone was like so excited and obviously like, oh my God, this is the first time hearing about this. They're like, how long is she going to play like Roxy for? How long does it run? And it's 8 weeks. So
wow.
Run.
That's awesome. I would love to see a performance of Chicago. Oh my, I love that movie. I've only seen the movie. I've never seen an actual production of it. I would love to. Mm-hmm. But the music. Cell Block Tango. Don't get me started. I'm here for this. I'm here for this. So I kind of hope there's like a clip or something that we could watch of her. That would be cool.
Probably cool. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to post something. But yeah, I'm here for it. I didn't know she could sing.
Me either. The only other thing I've learned on TikTok is using rosemary oil for hair loss and bald spots. And I've talked about this plenty of times. And as I have my hair up in this bun, I told you before we started recording, I feel like I look bald. And it's my right side where we're a little light, where it's starting to look a little patchy. And I feel like I don't like seeing so much of my skull. Like, I feel like my middle part used to have some more.
I don't see what you're talking about.
I feel like my hairs just look so like stringy. There's like 6 of them in the front, and I just need more. And I don't know if this is like a post-COVID thing, because like COVID hair loss is real.
Yeah.
And I don't know, or stress. I don't know. But I'm gonna try this rosemary oil, and I'm gonna let you know.
Okay, so you just like put it on like in the spots that you feel that are too thin, or
yeah.
Okay.
You put it in the spots that are thinning or like balding.
Okay.
And you can put it in. They said like for like up to 3 hours before you're gonna wash your hair, and then you can wash it out. But it's supposed to stimulate hair growth, and it's like I saw a rosemary oil and like a castor oil combination too. I also bought like a scalp brush to like stimulate hair growth by like brushing your scalp and stuff. So I'm gonna try that and see what happens, because I don't like the way my hair looks so thin in the front.
So did they say how soon you would see results or notice a difference?
People say it's quick. Like, people say they notice stuff within like a month, like 4 weeks. So.
And you have to do it every day?
I don't know. I have to do more research on that. Yeah. I don't think it's every day. Yeah, I think it's like, as often as you wash your hair.
Yeah.
So if you wash your hair like every 3 days.
Yeah, that would clog up pores and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
like right now.
Go on.
No, like right now I have a solution in my hair from The Ordinary to like help with hair growth, but I feel like that hasn't done much.
Okay. Yeah, try it.
Try something else.
I will say I used to do, for a hot second, I was doing the castor oil on my lashes.
Yeah.
I had random lashes start growing above my lash line.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to start that too then. I'm going to put them on my lashes because I got nothing.
Yeah, I have, I think they're still there because I did this maybe like beginning of COVID or before COVID. I was using it, and then after like a month or two, I noticed that lashes were sprouting out above my normal lash line. I'm like, oh no, I don't need eyelashes growing on my eyelid. Like, no.
I do.
No.
I do.
Eyelashes. So castor oil does work. I will say that. It does work.
Okay, so I'm going to do castor oil and rosemary oil.
Yes, do it.
Is it true? It's not true, obviously, that people say eyelashes don't grow back. Is that an old wives' tale?
I think it's an old wives' tale because I lose lashes all the time and I still have lashes.
Okay.
And I feel like have you ever done lash extensions? Or you've only done like the perm or the lift?
I've only done the lift. Yeah.
Okay. So with like the lash, like actual extensions, I've only gotten them once for my wedding, and I feel like your lashes like fall out with them too. Like I think they grow. Eyelashes grow because I feel like I have way too many that have like fallen out or have been stuck in a fucking eyelash curler. They grow. They have to.
Or like clumpy mascara, and like you take out like 5 at a time. I'm like, oh shit, these are never coming back. Like, what? Oh my god. But yeah, you're right. Like, I have eyelashes still. I just feel like they're always falling out.
Oh yeah, mine are always falling out. Always. Especially with like, doing the lash curler. Yeah, no. I think it's an old wives' tale. I think they do grow. Although we should probably research that to make sure. But yeah, they have to. I feel like I'd be like, I have 0 eyelashes if all my lashes have fallen out in my lifetime. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. Okay, well, either way, adding castor oil to cart and rosemary oil. TBD, I'll let you know how it works.
Yes, let me know. I mean, I don't need it because I'm like, I have baby hairs freaking growing in all crazy. Maybe I should use that on my baby hairs because they're driving me crazy. Okay, so that's all that we've learned. On to our weekly binges. Okay, so I started Girl from Plainville.
Okay, I saw this on Hulu, and then I read the description, and I was like, I can't watch this. I'm gonna get too sad.
You never heard of this case?
I've heard of the story. I'm going to get sad.
Yeah. So
I know how it ends.
Yeah. How it ends is like, that's the beginning of the show. I should have, I am so sorry. I did not look up this case at all, but it's the case of, I don't even know the girl's name. All I know is the boy's name. His name is Conrad. He ended up committing suicide, and it was later revealed that there were text message exchange between him and his girlfriend. I want to say Michelle is the name.
Michelle Carter.
Yes, Michelle. So I was under the impression, I never read into the case. I only saw it on the news, whatever. I never went too deep into it. I thought they were like dating for a while. They knew each other, went to school together. That's not what happened. They met while on vacation with their families, like met each other. And then like after like maybe a few weeks or like a month or so, then they started like texting. And then their entire relationship was through the phone or like online. And they lived an hour away from each other. And in those 2 years, I want to say I read they met up maybe a handful of times in those 2 years. I was totally under the impression that they were like dating in school together. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I thought they were like.
No, it's good so far. I think tomorrow is the first 3 episodes are up right now. There's a new episode tomorrow, Monday, and I don't know how many episodes are going to be. I'm assuming maybe 8 episodes, because it's just like a limited series show. It's good so far. I love Elle Fanning. She's really good. Really, really good actress. Yeah, see where it goes. Because, like I said, I never read into it, and I'm watching it. I'm like, oh my god! And I had to like read, or I had to like look up articles to see how true what I'm seeing on TV is.
Yeah.
What happened. But I recommend if it's. I mean, I haven't gotten sad yet, so because I think it's because I knew what already happened, so that's why I'm not really sad. But I like it so far.
Are they trying to get you to sympathize with her? Okay.
No, you won't get that. No, not at all. And then I started Normal People.
What's this?
So I've seen this. It's on Hulu. Yes, it's on Hulu. I've seen this. Never really paid attention to it. There's only 1 season. I want to say there's 12 episodes. I'm 5 episodes in. 5 episodes in. The only reason why I started watching it because Daisy.
Is this the one with the sex scene?
I don't know. I'm about to say it's spicy so far, and I like it.
I feel like somebody said something about a sex scene. It was on TikTok with this show, and it was either like the most like consensual sex scene that they've ever seen, or something like that.
I don't know. It's good so far. I like it. Again, the reason why I started watching it because Daisy Edgar Jones, she was just in that movie Fresh with Sebastian Stan. Mm-hmm. She's going to be, I don't know if I've seen this book everywhere. I have not read it. It's called Where the Crawdaddy Sings, or Where the Crawdaddies Sing. They made it into a film, and I started seeing trailers for it, and she's the main girl in I'm telling you, she's going to be like one of these like breakout stars, and she's like in her early 20s. Okay, and she's like doing all these different fucking accents. It's insane.
She's 23. Damn.
23 years old. She's from England, British.
Yeah, she's from London.
Okay, yeah, London. So in Fresh, she has an American accent. Okay. I did not know she was British. In this show, Normal People, it's based in Ireland, so she has the Irish accent. And then in the new film where the Crawdaddies sing, it's like a really thick Southern drawl. And I'm like, damn, this girl she's good. She's good. So that's why I started watching it, and I like it so far. So I think this is also based off a book. Mm-hmm. I'll probably read the book after the fact, but I like it a lot. Okay. And yes, the sex scenes they're very nice. I like them. Okay,
that's good. Yeah, I feel like people are saying good things about those scenes.
Yeah, I like them. It's like not I don't know how to explain it because normally sometimes it's like uncomfortable. It's just like they're like nicely done. I like them a lot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I'm almost halfway through.
Okay.
I'll probably finish it this week.
Nice.
Yes. So I'll report on that.
I watched Eva Elementary.
What do you think?
It's so good.
Isn't it?
It's so good. And I feel like that is going to be like a comfort watch for me now. because it's filling that void that like The Office or like Parks and Rec had.
Yeah.
And I'm so sad it's only one season so far. It's just so easy to watch.
Yes.
And the characters are so great.
Yeah. Chessie, oh my god, love her.
She's good. The principal's amazing.
Oh my god.
But I don't know if his name's Greg. The substitute that is like not a substitute. And then what's the white guy's name?
Oh my god, he's so funny.
So you said there was an episode that made you cackle at the end.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was, you said, like the end of episode 8 or something, where it's just like, I don't remember if it was the principal making fun of like one of the moms when she said to him or something else.
No, for me, okay. So for me, it was the scene where it was the closing scene or the credit scene where the substitute teacher, he's like dancing with the kids, and then the seasoned teacher, the teacher that knows everything, she comes and she's like, oh, she's like happy seeing it, and the principal sees him dancing, and she takes out her money, she's like, oh, like,
oh my god,
because she wants him so bad.
She does. It's
but the
so
way
funny.
She did it. It was fucking perfect.
They're all so good.
And then, okay. The following scene, like the opening credits for the next scene, they're in the teacher's lounge, and he's walking, and the way she approached him, he skidded to a stop, like his shoes like squeaked. It was perfect.
It's honestly so good. There was an episode where like they were trying to fix the lights, where she was messing with the lights, and then the white teacher went to go help. I don't know her name in the show, but Jinta was like the creator.
Yeah.
Sorry. But it was such a small line, and I was laughing for probably about 5 minutes afterwards because the way it was delivered, I chuckled, and then afterwards I just kept laughing. Where it's like she went to go mess with like the electrical box or something.
So her name is Janine, and Jacob is the other teacher, and then Gregory is the substitute.
So Jacob went to go help her with whatever this like power box situation, and they made it worse. They had all the lights come off.
Yeah.
And then they come to like the rest of the teachers saying this, and they're like, "And you went to go help her?" And Jacob's response is like, "I saw an opportunity to stand behind a strong black woman, or like to support a strong black woman." And like in that moment, I was just like, "That's good," and then just kept laughing afterwards because it was just the way that he said it, and it felt very like Veep style, like all of like these shows where it's just so subtle.
Yes.
So good.
This show definitely has like the subtleness of it. That's what makes me like the two scenes that I love. They're just so subtle that you have to catch it, and it's so freaking funny. Love it.
And it's so different for everybody because like you're seeing things and I'm seeing things differently. It's just so good. If anyone hasn't watched it, please watch it.
Yes, it's a really fun, happy watch. I like it a lot.
Yeah, agreed.
For sure.
So good. And it's still on. So episode 11 just aired, so they have 2 more episodes.
Okay, I have not watched episode 10. So yeah, I stopped at episode 9 because episode 10 hadn't come out yet. So I'll just wait until
the rest of them come out.
The one final episode. I'm assuming 12 is the last one before they renew it for hopefully a second season. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Outrage.
Yes.
Outrage if they don't. But the only other thing that I watched is The Bubble on Netflix, which I watched.
Is this a movie or a show?
It's a movie on Netflix.
Okay, I've been seeing clips of this. So what exactly is this?
So it's about a group of actors that are in a bubble. Like it's very self-aware of like the pandemic. So it's like they're in a bubble filming during the pandemic.
Okay.
And they're filming a movie. So Pedro Pascal's in it. Like one of the main girls, I don't know her name. I feel like I haven't really seen her in anything. She was in Jumanji, but when she started talking, like in her acting voice in the movie, I was like, oh shit, that's the girl from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's like the robot chick. And it is. I had to look up her like whatever, and that is her. But I guess she was also in Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. Gillian, something like that?
Something like that. Leslie Mann's in it. Maud? No. What's the other Apatow daughter?
Iris?
Who's Iris? Apatow is in this with her mom. David Duchovny. And like lots of other people. But Iris's character is like a big TikTok star, and she was just placed in this movie because she has like all this TikTok following. She's not an actress or anything. It's very like Addison Rae
type
vibes. But there is a scene where they make a TikTok, and I think it's so good. Like,
really? Okay.
The dance that they do, like the whole cast is doing it, but it's like so well done. Like the choreography is so good. Is it a great movie? No. It's not great. It reminds me of like a combination between Tropic Thunder and This Is the End.
Okay.
Only Tropic Thunder was like really funny.
Okay.
And This Is the End was kind of like you're there, but it's just like crazy stuff's happening.
Yeah.
It's not really clocked into it. I think I have like 15 minutes left. I mean, if you want to watch it, it's cool. If not, no worries. Like, I feel like Pedro Pascal did a good job with his character. I think he's really funny and he really commits to it. Iris actually does a really good job. I think she's fully committing to that character too.
Yeah. I'm surprised because she hasn't been in anything since she was little, as far as I know, because it's Maude that's been like acting and going on doing roles and stuff like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in anything, but I thought she did a good job, and I was nervous. I'm like, oh god, here we go, nepotism baby with her mom in a movie. But I feel like she really held her own.
She's dating Kate Hudson's son.
Really?
Yes.
What?
I think she's dating Kate Hudson's son, her oldest son. Yeah.
The boyfriend.
Yeah, I want to say it's Kate Hudson's son that I remember reading.
Ryder Robinson.
Yes.
Huh.
That's right.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Famous kids. Yep. Son of Kate Hudson and Chris Robinson.
Yep.
Good job. But that's all I've watched. I did watch the first episode of Moon Knight.
Okay. I need to watch that. I'm excited.
I need to pay attention to it.
Oh, it's like one of those?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right.
Because I'll keep fucking zoning out, and I'm like, what did I miss? It's only one episode, and I watched it twice already.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But I have the child.
Yeah.
So I need to find time to watch it on my own and pay attention to it.
Okay.
But Oscar Isaac's in it.
It's just, okay, that TikTok you sent me of him, I watched that like, I don't know how many times. It's like, oh, okay.
That's so good. What was that, like a GQ shoot or something?
Yes.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, GQ, I think it has to be GQ or something else, but some of those like behind the scenes magazine shoots, I will say when Darren Criss had his GQ one, I watched that YouTube clip. I couldn't even tell you. I even converted it to the audio clip so I could listen to it because he sings throughout it. Oh my God. I was like obsessed.
Oh my God.
I was obsessed.
Oh my God. Well, you were obsessed with Darren Criss, period.
I really was. I really, really was. Yeah. I mean, he's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Oscar Isaac, though,
he's like, I just feel like he came out of nowhere. Like hit me out of nowhere. It's like, how dare you?
But he didn't.
And that's the thing, he didn't. He's been existing, and I am just now acknowledging his existence, and I'm upset by that. That I'm just.
What was the first thing you've seen him in?
The first thing I actually watched. Okay, so the first thing I saw, and not the first thing. Okay, I did not know it was him that was in the movie Sucker Punch. Did not know that was him.
No, don't even know what that.
So, yeah, you never seen Sucker Punch?
Is that with like the chick from Series of Unfortunate Events?
Yes.
Yes and no. I've seen it.
I don't know how to explain that movie, but I fucking love it. I will watch it over and over. It's like one. I don't know.
I feel like it's visually it's gorgeous to look at.
The storyline is obviously it's just like out of this world because
I feel like it kind of
escapes in her own mind and stuff like that. But like visually, it's freaking beautiful. The soundtrack is awesome. Like I thought everyone did an awesome job.
Wait, who does he play? Oh,
yeah.
Who does he play in that?
He's like the guy in charge of the club or like the boarding house that they have these girls in or whatever it is. He's the bad guy, basically. So I didn't know that was Oscar Isaac this entire time. So the first thing I actually watched him in and paid attention to, I'm sure there's other things, but I saw like the first episode of, which I need to finish. I have not finished it. Scenes of a Marriage.
Oh my God, it's so recent. Yeah. Jessica Chastain.
Yeah. So I'm sure there's other things I've seen him in and just not like comprehend, like, acknowledge who he is.
So much.
I am now aware of him and I will be paying more attention.
So the first thing I ever saw him in was Ex Machina, and if you haven't seen it yet,
no,
it's very sci-fi.
Okay.
I suggest you watch it because
who's in it?
Oscar Isaac. And what's her name? Alicia Vikander.
Okay. That's what I was trying to picture who the main person was. The main.
And then the other guy is Domhnall Gleeson. Like you've probably seen him in things, but this man right there.
Probably. He still looks blurry to me. All right, I'll give that a watch.
That's what I saw Oscar Isaac in. And someone did so on TikTok there was the Fresh scene where the Daisy girl and what's his face Sebastian Stan were dancing. I don't know the context of the scene because I still haven't watched it. But then someone else, there was like this song that they did. It's like mind on your body and your body on your mind, whatever. Yeah. But they did it with the scene from Ex Machina, and just like people keep getting this wrong. This is the original, and you have to watch it to understand.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta find out where it's streaming. Okay, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's on right now, but I remember watching that movie not knowing who anybody was in it, and I was like, damn, this movie's kind of trippy. And then here's Oscar Isaac years later, just being the man that he is.
He's delicious.
He's 5'9", by the way.
Oh.
Doesn't matter to you.
But... No, it doesn't matter to me. I'm cool.
It's 5'9". He's also married.
I mean...
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we watched Bridgerton.
What did you think? Okay, you gotta tell me what you thought.
Okay, so our last episode, I had like 2.5 episodes left, or 1.5 episodes. I mean, yeah, like it was I'm happy with the ending, I guess. Mm-hmm. I guess in comparison to the first season, it's completely different.
Yes.
I do feel like Anthony's character was still giving up very much like fuckboy energy.
Okay. This is part of what I
wanted him to be a little, and I do get like the lustful, like wanting her, and it was very like feral. Like he would sniff her constantly, and he just like wanted to like rip her clothes off, and it's just like hell yeah. But also at the same time, it's like I didn't feel like them as characters had developed that connection well enough for me to believe it, and I wanted that to be developed better.
Yes. So everyone's saying, "Oh my god, this season's so much better than the first one." Blah blah blah. Yes and no. Mm-hmm. I loved the slow burn. I liked it. I did not have a problem with it. I was upset when the reviewers like, oh, it's not as spicy as the first one. I'm like, oh, damn it. I'm like, no, honestly.
There's different kinds of spicy.
Yes. Jonathan Bailey and motherfucker, fuck you. Why do you have to be gay?
You know, we all have our own orientations.
Sold that shit. Yes. He played slow burn perfectly. Like you said, I felt like, what bothered me is the first scene that that Anthony and Kate meet. I wanted that Kate throughout the entire season, and I felt like I did not get that Kate.
Yeah.
Which made me upset. Yeah.
When they first met, she was so sure and strong and independent.
And the fact when he like popped out of nowhere, she's like, fuck me. You know what I mean? Like she like swore in her, but that was the Kate in the book. So the Kate in the books is like, she was like the prim proper. She wanted her sister to get married so that she's taken care of, and then she was just gonna like go on about her life type deal. But she was like in control, but whenever she was around him, she was more relaxed. I don't know how to explain it. She wasn't
more of herself
than
like this like soldier or robot that she needs to be for her
sister. And I hate that we didn't see more of that type of Kate throughout, because that's why I didn't really believe it that much. And then also, I was kind of upset that with the takes that they used, because there had to have been better takes. There were during like those like intimate like scenes where they're like flirty and just like the tension. I actually laughed out loud when she said to him, "You vex me." I fucking died laughing. I was
vexed.
Yeah, she's like, "You vex me." Like she said it just like that, and I just started laughing.
I don't remember that.
So it's the scene in his office.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that, but she's like, "You vex me," and just the way the delivery was just not there, and then just like a few other things, it just wasn't there. So
okay, here isn't she? isn't she like a lawyer or something? Like she is an actress, obviously, but she's also like she left like her career as like a lawyer or something to do.
Okay, she's only 26. She's in the show Sex Education, so I don't see.
I feel like there was something about someone being in this season that was like not traditional.
Not traditional actor? No.
Yes. She's an actress through and through.
Is a British Indian actress.
Never mind. Where did I don't know who or that was about. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, no, her entire education is theater and stuff. Yeah.
Then I don't care. Because I feel like the acting could have been better.
Yes, I feel like with her, and the thing is, I like her character in Sex Education. Like, she doesn't have a big role at all, but she's, like, funny. Like, I just felt like she wasn't as comfortable. I don't know. Like, there were some moments it was there, and some moments it wasn't. And then, like you said, like, the buildup of it just, like, I felt like their relationship wasn't at that yet. I felt like there could have been, I don't know, there should have been a little more flirtation. Like, they could have gone more with it.
Right.
With certain things.
And I don't know. I feel she did a great job at playing, like, the overprotective older sister. But we never saw, like you said, this other side of her that maybe he saw. So I was like, I was confused with what he was seeing.
Exactly.
I wasn't seeing it.
Is there deleted scene? You know what I mean? I feel like they skipped.
So maybe it's like an editing thing where it's just like the scenes that they did choose that wasn't like the best take or version of it.
Exactly. And another thing that makes me, so in the books, yes, Anthony's like, okay, I'm gonna whoever's the diamond of the season, that's gonna be my wife. Like, that's what it's gonna be. So yes, her sister is like the diamond of the season, and he does start start pursuing her, but then he starts being attracted to Kate, and so the B scene, I'm glad they changed it because in the books he tries to suck the venom out, and I'm like, how are you gonna play this off?
Oh my God.
I'm like, how do you... Because I was like, when I read the book, I'm like, okay, visually, how is this going to play off? Like, I don't see how they could play this off. Because in the books, the dad, same thing, the dad does die from a bee sting. So Anthony is...
traumatized.
Yes, I kind of felt they should have kept this. He was... In his head, he's like, I'm going to die young. He's like, I'm going to die young. That's just, it happened to my father. It's going to happen to me. This is why I need to get, that was his reasoning of wanting to get married. He's like, I need to get married. I need to have have sons, kids, like to carry on the names and stuff like that because he's the oldest. So I wish they kind of kept that purpose a little bit because I felt like it kind of didn't, it's just like, well, why is he getting married then? You know what I mean? I felt like they kind of like.
That wasn't like the driving factor because from the first season after Daphne's thing and like the mom's conversation with him, he just needed to like be like the Lord of whatever.
Yeah.
Lord Bridgerton.
Yeah.
So yeah, there wasn't that backstory of why he needs to do this. And I feel like he was still in love with that other woman. But that's what I felt like from like the last season that whoever she was, but then she was singer, Yes. So I don't know. Like, obviously, people get over stuff, but it's just, like, that's where we left him. So I'm just like, he's not over her yet. He's just looking to get married, like, to anybody.
Yeah.
They have to, like, check these boxes, and that's it.
So, yeah, I kind of wish they kept that purpose for him. Like, where he just, because, I mean, I believe, because it being, like, the 1800s, him believing that he's going to die young, like, that's what so the story is, like, he believes that he's going to die young, so he wants to get married. And the whole weekend away at the Bridgerton's house, it's actually at somebody else's estate. It's like this whole like weekend away with like all of the ton there. And he gets caught. They catch him sucking the venom out of her breasts, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, you need to get married now. And he was like happy about it because like, I'm attracted to her. I'm going to marry her. She'll make a great wife. But he was like dead set on not falling in love with her. Because he's like, I can't love her and she can't love me because I'm just going to end up dying on her anyways. You know what I mean? It was like that was his struggle with it. She obviously didn't know that was like his reasoning. So in the books, they do get married and then like it goes like a little bit into their marriage and she mentions like them like, oh, growing up with the kids and like, you know, having kids, blah, blah. And then he just like realizes like, oh my gosh, she's falling in love with me. Fuck, well, like, what do I do? And it's just like all this stuff. I wish they kind of kept that. I did not like that the sister started falling for him because it's one, girl, he done told you he was not going to give you love. He told you. He said he'd take care of you. He was not going to give you love. And you still wanted to go after him and had the audacity to be upset that he was in love with somebody else. Yes, I know it was your sister, but still.
No. It wasn't even just him. Her sister said you could have anybody but him. And she's like, that one. I want that one. Okay, that
Give
one.
Me this one. I want this one.
The one. I want the Viscount. The Viscount. That's the one.
Give me the Viscount. I want to be the Viscountess. Yeah, yes. That pissed me off. I'm like, girl, no. I think that's what maybe, and also I don't like those triangles where someone is like, when it's
with
like,
a sibling.
When it's like, oh, my sister's boyfriend, I'm in love with him, or my best friend's
it's too
brother.
Close.
I don't like that. That's
That would be a friend. It's a friend.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. It's just the whole, like, the guilt thing. I'm like, oh my God, I get it. You're guilty. You're still going to end up with that person. You know what I mean?
Versus like, oh, you married my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just like.
I don't like that trope. That trope is like, I'm like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I'm like, why did they have to? But Eloise and Benedict fucking killed it this season. I love them so much. Those two are my two favorite characters.
Benedict is
the second oldest brother, the artist.
Okay.
When he got high off the tea, he like spills the drink. And it's just like, I love him so much.
Yeah, they were great. Eloise is always great.
Eloise is the greatest. And it still blows my mind that she is like my age or older than me.
She's in her 30s.
Yeah, she's playing a 17-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if the storyline in the books was too similar to the storyline for the first season.
I think that's why.
It's just like these people that didn't want to be together and then they end up together and falling in love.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why they changed it. It was a little too similar. They have not announced anything for season 3, which is kind of making me nervous. It's been over a week since the premiere of season 2.
True, because after season 1, it said Bridgerton season 2, like instantly. So
we'll see. So I'm curious of what season 3 is going to look like because it's going to be Benedict's story, and his story is literally like Cinderella, where the girl goes to a masquerade, he sees her, it's literally love at first sight for them. She disappears, and she's a servant, so it's like one of those things. Or don't know if they're going to keep that storyline, but I'm surprised that they had Eloise find out that Penelope is Lady Whistledown because it's Colin that figures it out in book 4 because it's his and Penelope's story. He's the one that finds out that she's Lady Whistledown.
Interesting.
Yes.
Very interesting. Also, is Benedict not... I don't know how to say this. Was it not coded from the first season that he was attracted to men?
I thought that.
And then which he can be bisexual.
Yes, but no, there was never, in season 1, there's no indication that he's actually, no. He meets an artist who is, and he's like, oh, is that your lifestyle? Okay, cool by me. I don't care what you do. But I thought he was.
Same.
I thought he was. I was like, oh, awesome. But no, that's not the case. But yeah, I'm interested to see his storyline and how that's going to play out. If there's going to be a season 3, they haven't announced it yet, so it's like,
if. And then I saw some interesting things about Eloise's storyline that I didn't know because I didn't read books.
Yes, so that's another thing. I'm like, I kind of thought her storyline this season was stupid. Like, why bring this guy in if he's just going to be gone in like a basically an episode? You know what I mean? I thought that was like important. It was annoying. Yeah. But yeah, in the book she ends up with
Sir Philip.
Yes.
Who's married to Marina? What's her name?
Marina. Yeah.
Oh, something like that.
Miss Thompson, that's what they called her.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Thompson. Yeah, she starts but Miss Thompson doesn't really have a role in the books, really, because what she did to Colin, I don't think that's in the books.
Okay.
So, like, yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out either.
It's always so interesting to see the adaptation from a book to like a series or a movie.
Yes.
Like Harry Potter, which was something that was like wildly popular. Like they couldn't really like veer too far from the storyline.
Yeah.
They had to stick with that because that's what people knew.
I think especially with Harry Potter, they could not change things because I think the fandom would have had a knip shit if that happened. Like
theaters would have been burned.
Yes, yeah. So I don't think they were allowed to steer away from the movies too much. But yeah, with Bridgerton, they are definitely... They're doing
taking
something
some
different.
liberties.
I want to know what's happening. What's going on?
They're here, they're there, they're mixing things up.
Yeah, it's like, what's happening here?
I don't know. But you said I liked the slow burn. I liked the idea of like the yearning and wanting somebody, but not acting on it.
He sold it for me. I wasn't getting it from her or them together, but he himself, I'm like, yeah.
Truly, he could have done the scene with my ring light, and I've been like, yeah.
There could have been nobody on the other side. He could have been talking to nobody.
I believe that love.
But just like when he's like, you were the bane of my existence. I'm like, oh my God.
That was a great scene because I was like, damn, way harsh, Ty. When he said that, he's like, you're the bane of my existence. I was like, Anthony. But then he kept going, and I was like, oh my God. If somebody said that to me, I would literally be like pudding in their hand. And it's just like, take me now.
I just start stripping, like, okay, come on, let's go.
All right, are you done talking now? Like, are we done here?
Okay, I don't know what was hotter, that scene or her flashbacks of that moment. Can we talk about that one clip of him, like...
Him doing that, but then his hand, like, grabs her, like, corset there, and then she grabs his hand, and I'm like,
See, the chemistry was right there. I felt that chemistry, but the dialogue of the chemistry was just not happening between the two of them, but that's...
Yeah. Also, her eyes are so pretty.
She's gorgeous. I follow her on Instagram. Her editorial stuff, oh my God, she is phenomenal. But there was like looking at her so much.
That like focus on her eyes, and I could not describe her eyes that were just so beautiful. Like there's a part where they were dancing at the end, and like their hands are going over their faces, and then her face. All you see is her eyes because their hands are covering each other, and then like she does like this eyebrow thing, which is like I love you. But they're so big and they're so expressive.
First
they're
of
so
all,
pretty.
Wrecking Ball, choosing that, that song makes me cry.
Dude, that's my new favorite fucking genre of music, is anything on strings.
Yes.
Put anything on 100%.
Strings. Okay, now that we're talking about this really quick, we are like going way beyond our normal time, but
this is a 2-hour episode.
They missed opportunity. You know what would be good on a string quartet and go with the theme of the diamond of the season? Diamond Girl.
Diamonds. Oh, it's like Diamonds, Rihanna.
No. Oh, that too. Oh, that's a good one. But no, Diamond Girl, like, can you imagine that on the strings?
That would have been great.
I think that would be good, but I feel like nobody would know what that is, but we would have fucking
that's
died.
Okay.
We would die.
Also, Hamilton, if you're like a Hamilton fan, there's a song called Satisfied where because Angelica was in love with Alexander Hamilton, but her sister Angelica eventually marries him. So it's just like they couldn't have this love, but there's a song called Satisfied.
Oh, they put that in there?
No, but if they did, that would have made so much fucking sense because...
yeah. But no, that scene, Wrecking Ball, and then she's just like, people were looking at us like nobody else matters. Just look at me. I'm like, oh my God.
Just look at me.
I'm like, I will look at you forever, please.
That's what anybody wants.
Yes.
Just a man to take care of it and just say like, it's you and me, babe.
Yeah. Simon the Duke, he's the OG, but Anthony Bridgerton, he sold it this season.
There was growth in his character, for sure.
Yes.
But
in the books, he is a big rake, fuckboy, basically. I kind of wish they played on that a little bit because, they allude to it, but then they just, like, leave it at that. And that's, like, the main reason that Kate doesn't want her sister marrying him.
Yeah, this season they didn't. I feel like the first season they did, it was just like, oh, Anthony Bridgerton never going to settle down.
Yeah.
But this season it was just about, like, literally taking these women on, like, job interviews.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. I wish they played that up a little bit though, like him being like a fuckboy and then just they could have done so, and then like the guy who's like kind of into Kate, I wish I could have seen a little more jealousy where he's like, oh, are you gonna like, is he gonna visit you in India, like what's going, you know what I mean? I wish there was a little more of that. They could have played on that a little bit, but they didn't.
What guy are you talking?
So the guy that was interested in Kate, so in the horse race, he was the guy goes out to talk to Kate, but it was Anthony who like set it up, and then later on, like the boat scene, like where he's like, no, So I wish they kind of like brought that guy in a little bit more, or mentioned him a little more with like jealousy, because I feel like that would have been like been good too. But so many missed opportunities, but for the most part, it was okay.
Yeah. He did a great job.
He did. I'm telling you, he did phenomenal. I love Anthony Bridgerton. all the videos and memes I'm seeing. I'm like, yep. I get it.
Makes sense.
I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it twice just to make sure and my feelings
That's
about the show.
How you really felt.
Yeah, and it is how I felt.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I didn't read the books, but I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll roll with it, I guess.
Yeah. I think him selling it was the only reason why I was like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Because if he wasn't that great, I'd be like, oh my God, this is awful. Like,
yeah, I just wouldn't believe the love.
Yes.
Hate him.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm getting my cheeks are getting warm thinking about him right now. So.
Oh no.
That scene. Okay, so I'm gonna watch Moon Knight this week for sure, and that movie with the other movie with Oscar Isaac that you mentioned. I'll try that.
Have a field day with his filmography. Okay,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go on an Oscar Isaac binge this week.
Do it.
Yes, I'm not gonna be mad. I think it's gonna be a good decision.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him anything that I was just like.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right, guys. It's I'm sweating right now. It's like that got me like really heated.
I don't even know how long this episode is, but we got through a lot.
It's a long episode. But yes, you could find us on social media, TikToks, Instagram, YouTube if you want to see the video of this.
Rate and subscribe.
Little dance moves in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Be sure to rate and subscribe. And until next time, bye.
Bye.